Hello my little stars, it's me TwinklePhoenix and welcome back to another If Siren Call episode. 10 likes, you guys get another video! That being said, I am going to keep this intro smaller than I normally do. So bear with me for a second. I'll say like a few things and then you'll get the warnings, then you'll get the rest of the bad endings. But then again, it doesn't include all the variation of the bad endings, so things get complicated. I will explain more a little bit later on in the video after the warning, so stick with it and you'll see what I mean. Also, thank you so much for whoever said that the other word in the warnings was misogyny, because I didn't realize that was how it was spelled. That being said, I'm super freaking tired, so I am sorry if things aren't in order or if I didn't cover anything or didn't put in a warning somewhere, so I apologize. Just forgive me, I'm just super freaking tired. And yeah, a lot has happened.
Hello my little stars and welcome to If Siren Call by the darkpetal16. Viewer discretion is advised. Now I'm going to read through the warnings for this one, so everyone is aware of what they're getting involved into. Now warning, this will also contain me talking about some spoilers, just to make it clear about why each warning is in place, okay? I have actually played this all the way through at this time, so I'm adding this in post-edit. So, on top of that, it will contain me flirting, kissing and cuddling a skeleton siren and literally not giving a toss about humanity. But please keep in mind that in a normal situation, I do not condone death to humanity. It's just they are bad people and bad things happen to bad people. That being said, this is a 15+ game, a lower rating than If Mafia Fell, and this is a romance horror, so keep that in mind. If that already is not your cup of tea, you're not going to want to watch this. Right, gonna go through the warnings. So the first warning is an animal death. This by here, the only animal that does die during this, it is, you get offered a seal carcass after the siren is told that you haven't been eating. And since he's already quite fond of you at this point, he decides to get you food. And that's pretty much all that is. Altered state. Siren Call causes loss of control over body and choices. Which makes sense. It's more to do with the bad endings. And it's also to help build trust between you and the siren. And on top of that, you've also got an implied drug use when it comes to like the other form he has. Again, you were warned about this, but since I've got to hold people's hands from time to time, I'm going to have to go into more detail. Assault, because humanity is stupid in this and automatically jump the gun and think that you've done stuff, so they decide to beat you up for it. Bad endings, there's 9 in total, meaning I've got a lot to find. Bullying, because the humans for some freaking reason feel the need to pick on you at every freaking turn. Death, because it's an Undertale game, why wouldn't there be death? Gore, if you've seen If Mafia Fell, you know what you're expecting. It gets pretty graphic, okay? Gun violence. Again, if you've seen If Mafia Fell, then this is no, like, difference. And also, the gun violence, it's not really something you directly see. You get to read about the aftermaths, okay? Kidnapping. Because why wouldn't I get kidnapped from time to time? Or other people? I don't know what this is, though. Unfortunately, I don't know for the life of me what this word means. Murder, because again, it's in Mafia. If you've seen If Mafia Fell, you know what to expect. And also, it's an Undertale game. Why wouldn't there be murder? Obsession, because we're dealing with a yandere siren. Profanity, because why wouldn't there be? Racism, because humanity's always got an issue with anything that's different, be it freaking monsters or beasts. Skeletons, because skeletons, very bad endings. Yes, you can actually get eaten in this one. Violence, because again, this is one of those type of games. And on top of that, it does contain swearing. Including myself does accidentally swear from time to time, because I honestly get so invested in this game that it just slips out. But don't worry, I've gone ahead and edited out as much as I can of the swearing, so that way then you don't hear me accidentally let it slip. So, yeah. That being said, if you're uncomfortable with any of those themes, and you technically also got spoiled a little bit of what this is about, then don't freaking watch, okay? You've been warned. Don't watch stuff you're not gonna like, plain and simply, and don't complain about it when you've been given the warnings ahead of time, okay? I don't want to have to constantly babysit people and hold their hands all the way through videos, alright? That's not my job. The warning's in place. It is 15 plus, a horror romance, mostly focusing on the cutesy horror aspects, but it's about an extremely yandere siren skeleton who becomes obsessed with you, alright? Are we all good? If people are okay to go ahead, off you go. Everybody else, leave. It's just not for you, okay? This warning will be put on each of the videos going forward that contain any of the following. Alright, good, fantastic, great, wonderful. Off we go.
Hello, my little stars. Future Twinkle here, just to say sorry this episode took a lot longer. It turns out there is not just 9 endings in total. There seems to be 9 endings plus various variants. AKA, you could have ending 8 but still have completely different dialogue for it. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but they definitely hit differently based on the tone and what is happening. Meaning, I've got even more bad endings to cover. So, I am so sorry that this one took a lot longer. And I'm also sorry that it's not in order. I did try to put it in order, but I'm afraid I didn't manage it. So, I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I hope you can forgive me, I tried really hard. But it came as a surprise to me, and I did try to reach out to darkpetal16 and ask about it because I got so confused when I ended up getting 2 of bad ending 4, but they had completely different dialogue. So, I'm gonna cover every single option with a bad ending. Forgive me that they're not in the right order. I tried really freaking hard, and we may have another episode for the bad endings. I'm so sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Twinkle, who was talking for the actual ending that we're covering. Shoot a Twinkle out. Okay, so at this point, we have got none other than the option. This is when we told to everyone, and apparently there's 2 more people dead. So a total of, what is it? 6 people. AKA Security Guard 1, Security Guard 2, names don't matter. James isn't dead yet. And at this point, we have told Sans that we were going to see if we could stay there. So we did promise we'd come back again. We got an option by here to be scared for ourselves or be numb and detached. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click scared for ourselves, and then I'm going to go down and click numb and detached afterwards. And if they're an ending we don't have, I will include them. So let's go for scared for yourself. I didn't think so. I would rather be scared for Sans, but apparently there wasn't an option. It's too much. You're done. You don't want to do this anymore. You're scared. You're terrified. You reach for the capsule, and without another thought, you break it. Once you're enveloped by the shadows that obscure your vision, and you free fall into an abyss of magic. You abruptly land on top of a hard desk with a hold on, this sounds like ending 4. A familiar plaster ceiling is above you. The air smells like stale coffee, paper, and ink, and you sit up abruptly as your hand touches your shoulder. You turn to see Dr. Gaster. You land on top of his desk, back in the laboratory. Dr. Gaster smiles kindly at you. He pulls his hand back to sign, "Welcome home." "I'm home," you say with a shaky smile. Dr. Gaster gives you a concerned look. "Oh wait, is this one different? What happened?" "A lot, so much, Dr. Gaster. Where do I even begin?" "From the beginning, child." "What has happened since we last spoke?" Dr. Gaster signs. He stands up and offers you a hand. You accept it and get off the desk. "How about I order takeout first while you talk?" he offers. That sounds nice, thank you." He smiles kindly at you. "Oh, okay. The story you tell him is one that is hard to believe, yet he believes it without a doubt." Well, I'm pretty sure because he had a similar experience himself. Also, this one is going differently. What is happening? "It was a long night when you finished talking. You're utterly exhausted and end up crashing at the lab. In the morning, Dr. Costa video calls Atrix to explain what happened. The two of you are pulled into a large conference with several other Atrix representative scientists. They have a lot of questions for you, and you do your best to honestly answer. Through this meeting, you learn that the boat that originally dropped off, you never returned. What happened to the boat exactly? Did Sans, sink it? Why didn't the boat return? I'm assuming he crashed it. He's telling me the freaking people crashed it. Contact with the Arctic base has not been possible. The storm predicted around the South Pole made it impossible to reach them. The Arctic belongs to no country and is technically... Okay. Contact the military for assistance. Okay, it's unsettling. A part of you feels guilty for leaving them so abruptly, but you had to. You weren't safe there. For 2 weeks, nothing happens. Oh god, Sans is not going to be happy. You think of Sans in those 2 weeks, and it's hard not to. It was a whirlwind romance, and the guilt of leaving him eats at you. But you had to. It wasn't safe. You and Dr. Gaster don't hear any more news from Atrix, good or bad. There's not much else you can do but return to life normalcy. You work with Dr. Gaster in the day and return to your city apartment at night. You take on a new project, one that requires no travel, and you care about your business. Each day that passes, what happened feels more and more distant. It gets easier to accept what happened. Nightmares don't plague you as much. Okay. They still can, like tonight. You wake up scared and anxious. I'm still curious, what the nightmare is. Do we eventually get to, read the nightmare at some point? You sit alone in the bedroom for several seconds, trying to calm your heart. You try to swallow and realize that your throat is dry and mouth parched. You push back your covers and get out of the bed. You rub your eyes as you walk down the hallway to the kitchen. This is definitely bad. Oh god. Oh shit. Sans, are you mad? You turn your head to the source. It sounds like it came from the balcony. Hello, Sans. Oh god. There it is again. That can't be right. Are you still dreaming? No. You're on the 5th floor in an apartment complex in the city. The fire escape is on the opposite side and locked up. There can't be anything out there, so what are you hearing? Oh, I'm not going to speculate? Yeah, but like I said freaking before, it can't be a freaking plastic bag. You hear the freaking rustling, so shut up, stupid. It must be something stuck in the wind. A plastic bag with something inside. It's that hitting your balcony door just right. You hesitantly approach the door. You stare intently at the curtains in front of it, wondering what would happen if you drew them back, and you smack them off will appear. Your head feels fuzzy, sleepy. Hi, Sans. You reach forward and grasp the curtain, and you pull it back and see Sans. It must be him. Big blue wings fall behind his back. He has 2 large fuzzy antennas perched atop his head. Thick blue spiked shells have formed around the lower half of his legs and arms like armor, glove, and boots. He has 4 arms now and a white furry mane. Hybrid. He's a hybrid. A siren and warning him off out of it. Okay. With a clawed hand, he taps on the balcony door and he smiles at you. Is he going to tell me to open it? He hasn't said anything. You see in the city lights that with each shiver of his wings, blue dust falls off him and seeps into the cracks beneath your balcony door and nearby window. With the curtains drawn back, you see your apartment is slowly filled with the dust. Wait. Open the door, he tells you, and you open the door. Okay, that's normal. That's what he said last time. There you are. Come here. It's time to leave. Oh, boy. You stumble into his outstretched arms. Okay, he holds you close. Alright. Don't worry. I will never let you out of my sights again. He said that last time. He folds his wings around you. Oh? You are forever mine. Okay. Batting 4, no one finds you again. I could have sworn that one ended differently last time. I'm gonna have to watch back, but I'm pretty sure he didn't say that last time. Did he say that last time? I definitely know the conversation with Gaster didn't happen. Because you spent a lot of time, unaware of what happened. You find out that apparently the people at the base, something happened at the base, and that was it. So that's different. That was new dialogue we hadn't had before. So that's a different variant. Huh. Okay. Let's go back.
So what happens if you're numb, detached, and like everything that's happening around you doesn't matter? Maybe you should leave. Logically, that's the correct thing to do. You're in danger, genuine danger. You have no reason to stay.
Smack! You do have a reason to say. What do you mean you don't have a reason to say? Excuse you, dumbass? What did you do? Freaking spend time with a freaking siren for no reason? Excuse you. I'm sorry. That already made me so freaking livid. I get it. You're detached. You're in shock. People are dead. Who freaking cares? What do you mean? There was nothing there to make you stay. What is this malarkey? What is this freaking... Twinkle, calm down. Don't.
Oh, well, this is different. Okay, so it's unsettling. A part of you feels guilty for leaving them so abruptly, but you had to. You weren't safe there.
What does it freaking matter about them? You didn't have any freaking attachment to them. Not while I was playing, woman. You don't give a shit about them. Don't you suddenly pretend you actually give a crap about them?
Sorry, we already read all that part, so I'm just gonna skip forward to this part. And already she's like super, like freaking peeved me over. You're forever mine. No one finds you. Alright, so the only difference here is that my character is a delusional little shit that apparently thinks that she gives a dross about a bunch of freaking scientists who tried to beat the poop out of her later. This is called the delusional and bad ending. This is where my character's got no freaking sense at all, and he's just freaking out of it so bad that apparently she's a man and she's friends with him. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that, okay? I will chop up this one so you don't get to see my reaction to some parts of this one, but I'm just saying, she's delusional in this one. I have no comment.
Oh boy, let's get into it, shall we? We got another lovely, lovely bad ending that we can react to. So, first of all, this takes place pretty much towards the end of the game. This is when the big reveal happens where we find out who actually has been cleaning house and has been removing those slugs. AKA the researchers, the scientists, those wastes of space that have been sharing my freaking oxygen in the time I've been here. And have been making me feel like I am nothing but dirt. Because pretty much that's what it's been like. Where they're like, oh, looking at the pitchforks. Yay. Those people. The ones that we don't even acknowledge, okay? Sans was just cleaning up house. But either way, that's pretty much what happened here. We got beaten up, stuck in a closet. We got ourselves out of the closet. When we got outside, we could hear people like shooting and stuff. And then all of a sudden, out of the darkness, a fluffy Prince Charming comes out. Trigger warning for a tiny bit of people who may or may not be squeamish. You can skip till this timestamp just to skip over the little tiny mention of the red substance and a little bit of the more squishy substance. If you're uncomfortable with either of those, just go to that timestamp and you'll be fine. Okay, good, fantastic, great. Okay, let's get on with it. There's only the wind and your heartbeat. You're about to cancel the light of your soul. Twinkle, you jump at that voice. That sweet, melodic voice. You turn around to look down the hallway. You just crossed and it's Sans. Only he's not a siren. Big blue wings fall behind his back. He has two large fuzzy antennas perched atop of his head. Thick blue spike shells have swarmed around his lower half of his legs and arms like armored gloves and boots. He has 4 arms now and a white furry mane, which is only black because I couldn't get the sprite to work with the program I'm working with, okay? So forgive me. And telling he's got blue glittery sparkle on my one. His clawed feet scratch against the tile as he steps closer to you. Hybrid. He's a hybrid? A siren in the war and a moth outside of it. Things click in the back of your head. Pieces of a puzzle fall into place. He's covered in blood. It drips from his mouth. It splattered across him. Small pieces of gore stuck to his spikes. It's Sans. He did this. Twinkle, he says again in a honey voice. He's smiling at you. Now, what I did here, honestly, is just go to him considering, I hated humanity throughout this whole entire experience and honestly couldn't get away from them fast enough. And, I really didn't think it was fair to, run away from Sans at this point. Besides, you can't get far from him. He's just going to instantly use Siren voice on you. But considering what our character's been through at this point, I can understand if, like, adrenaline took a hold of her and made her, like, run. But at the same time, prior to this, our character was focused on protecting Sans. Even if suddenly, and even said, because I chose the option, I would protect him regardless if he was the culprit. So that, again, is also why I stood by the fact that I wanted to go towards him. Because you knew he wasn't going to hurt you. That was never his intention. He never wanted, well... Okay, one bad ending, he did want to eat you. But you don't know that because you lived. It never took place, okay? To be fair. But I know someone's going to mention it. So what I think is going to happen in this one is we're going to go now. Run from him. He's going to use Siren Voice. And he's just going to get us to come to him. He might also maybe assume he scared us on accident because he has got blood down his face. And we're in like such a state. And clearly, you know, we're frightened. So he might think that we're scared of him and that's why we run. So he might not get like... He might not think we're trying to avoid him. He might just generally think he accidentally scared us. So he wouldn't blame us for running in that moment because of like everything that was going on, all the noise and stuff. So yeah, I think he's going to probably assume that he accidentally scared us when he suddenly appeared and he has like blood on him and gore and stuff. So that's what I think. He's probably going to think that. Anyway, let's do the option that I didn't choose. Run with all your might and strength. Get to the caps if it's the last thing you do. Well, you're never even going to get to that damn thing, so don't even think about it, love. Wow, the first sentence in already used it. Well, at least he's on the ball. Stop, Sans tells you. The siren song sends a shiver up your spine. You stop in your tracks as your head fills with cotton balls. Oh, so we get a different feeling when he does it in Moth. Cotton balls. Ah, that's interesting. Come here, he coos. Oh, you turn around. Dizzily, you stumble into his outstretched arms and he pulls you into his embrace and nuzzles the top of your head. Yeah, he's not mad or anything. He probably 100% thinks we just got scared because he appeared out of nowhere. Let's have a look. Also, the snow in the background is making this so freaking laggy and I don't know why. So, forgive me, folks. Let's see. I'm sorry for startling you, Sans murmurs. You forgive me, though, don't you? Yes, of course you do. You're my mate. Ah. You love me. Oh, God. Sans, are you putting words in my mouth now? Excuse you, sweet baby boy. What is this? Don't you? Tell me. You mumble that you love him. Sans, you pretty much just... Sans, really? Really? Sans, come on, man. I love you, but really? Oh my God. He purrs. Aw, he purred. No, Twinkle, don't forgive him. I know. These things can be scary, though. Don't worry. It won't happen again. I won't let you out of my sight. Oh, God. Sans picks you up and swings your body around to carry in his arms. Oh, dear. Okay. Let's see what he says. I have a nice, warm den, safe from the outside world. You won't ever need to leave. You can stay with me, forever. You only numbly nod, your mind filled with his voice. Oh, Bliminek. Bad ending 5. He sings to you for all your life. Huh. Weirdly, this is bad ending 5, because if you notice, it was very different from the one we actually got earlier on when he's a siren. Because if I recall correctly, in that one, Sans lunges towards you and tries to, like, disorientate you to get the headphones off. Yet in this one, he's not doing that. So, can I count this as bad ending 10? Am I allowed to? Can I call this bad ending 10? Hopefully people don't mind. I feel like I should. So, in this one, I mean... Oh my God, Sans. His dialogue here, though. His dialogue. I'm so sorry for stalling you, which I thought he would do. You forgive me, though, don't you? Yes, of course you do. You're my mate. Oh my God, Sans. I don't know how to react to that. He's just so enamored with you at this point. He's so convinced. Okay, so a bit more of like his slightly crazy side has come out here, because that kind of comes up pretty creepy. I will say it's a lot more creepy than some of the other ones. Because he's 100% aware, right, that the siren song affects you, so that way you agree with him and you go along with everything he says. So that's not you truly like saying how you feel. That's him also putting... You'll forgive me though, won't you? Yes, because you're my mate. You'll forgive me no matter what I do. Oh my god. So, I know these things can be scary though. Don't worry, it won't happen again. I won't let you out of my sights. These things can be scary. You know, question here, is he talking about like what he did, or is he talking like what you went through? I think he's talking about like, oh, these scary things happen. It's okay, don't worry. You won't have to see it anymore. I'll make sure you don't see me do these things. It's okay. It's alright. Not even like... I might need time to process this one. Like, oh my god, Sans. He sounds a little bit unhinged in this. He really does sound unhinged. But I guess it's also because he's relief. He's like, you know, it's not going to happen again. It can't happen again because he's pretty much wiped everyone out. You're the only one left, meaning nothing else is going to get in between you and him. So he pretty much won in the end. He got revenge. He got what he wanted. And now he can have a family. While also technically kidnapping me and using a siren song on me. Oh my gosh. This bit here has me slightly concerned. By here. Because this technically would mean that he's... I have a nice warm den safe from the outside world. You won't ever need to leave. You can stay with me forever. Meaning, he's like... I feel like he's not going to actually let you leave the den at any point. You won't ever need to leave. Something about that wording bothers me slightly. Either way, you get trapped in the cage pretty much, and you won't ever be able to get out. But I don't know if this means you get transformed into a siren. Because this doesn't clarify if you become a siren in it. At all. You don't actually know what becomes of you. You get to stay in the den with him, but are you like a siren in the den? Like, where is the den? I want to see the den. Wow. Wow. I don't know how to react to that. Wow. That was something. I might have to come back and like discuss that one more. Because, wow. He's just so giddy and happy, I feel like, in that moment. Because now, everything that he's ever gone through, finally he can just put it behind him. And I'm guessing as well for Sans now, the reason I feel like the part that's with the den that bothers me is because Sans has lost his pod before. So, if they had stayed somewhere out, like, away from the outside world, he's pretty much going to keep you safe, keep you like out, like away from the outside world. You're not going to see the outside world. You don't need to. You can just stay in there with him and he'll provide for you. He'll go hunting, he'll do all those things, and you just stay there in the den where he knows nothing can get to you or hurt you or take you away from him because of like the stuff that happened with his pod. He lived through one trauma that has now really affected like how he handles certain situations. He's just gone that far down that it's also like affecting his judgment, because to him it doesn't feel like he's doing the wrong thing. He feels like he's doing what is best for you, but in a sense technically he's caging you. But you know, you get to be with him and love him, and something about this bad ending just rubs me a little bit of the wrong way. I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, why does this one bother me? But hey, at least he's offering you a nice warm den, and it's safe. You never have to go outside. You can be spoiled rotten. Look at me trying to make sure everything, like, Sans doesn't get the blame for this. Oh boy. And this is why I never, ever, ever, ever chose to run from him. For some reason, he does feel a lot more unhinged in this ending. But I'm also curious why this is considered a bad ending 5, because it's so very different to the one we saw with the Siren form. Also, the snow in the background is so freaking laggy. I don't know what's happening. That being said, I'm gonna count this as a bad ending 10. Hopefully that's okay with peeps. And what do you think? How did you think? Would you okay, take a moment to calm down, Twinkle, and think for a minute. Okay, first, 1, would you consider this a different ending? Could you class this as being like a bad ending 10? Or, you know, would you count this as being bad ending 5? Because we saw bad ending 5. Has this got a big enough variation that you would consider this its own ending? And on top of that, what is your opinion on this? Does this slightly disturb you? Do you feel... I don't know, something about this one in particular. It hits different from, like, the others. Where it feels like you have a bit more of a choice. Whereas with this one, because Sans is pretty much putting the words in your mouth. And he doesn't do that in the other ones. He's not like so... What is the word I'm looking for? There's a word for this. There's something about the way he's talking this that is different from the other endings thus far at this point. Like, there's something that rubs me wrong about this one, but I can't for the life of me wrap my head around what it is. Okay, so let's go look for more bad endings and get away from the laggy snow. Okay, so here is another bad ending. So what has happened up to this point is that Dr. Greenberg is dead. We went to see Sans again, and we actually took off the headphones this time for him. And we spent some time with him, and now we've got the option to touch his hand or lower your gaze and scoot away from him. So originally what I did was just go and touch his hand because I already proved that I trusted him. He kept his word when we took off the headphones. The reason why I didn't choose the first option because of the part where it said scooting away to make some distance. To me, that would come across as us either not trusting him or us showing that we're scared of him. And that's not what he wants. He clearly doesn't want you to be scared of him. He clearly doesn't want you to not trust him. Because the point of this whole entire journey with him is to earn trust, is to build that trust. Because we put faith in him that he wouldn't use the siren song, which he did. He kept his word. He already earned your trust. So, we're going to choose the stupid option, or the one I think is probably stupid. Lower your gaze and scoot away to make some distance. Why would you even do that? Oh, Christ. Oh no, he's using it. Do you not trust me? You lift your head back up to look at him, hesitant to respond. It's hard to say one way or another. You want to trust him. You took off your headphones, but it's hard to forget that he is extremely dangerous. You feel uncomfortable being too close to him. Woman! What do you mean? You were right up to him before prior. What? All of a sudden you give a toss? Yes, he's an extremely dangerous apex predator, but you've done dumb shit prior, so I don't think it really matters now, does it? Not mention you live with a siren. He reaches out to you, and you shy away. No! If you were physically in front of me, MC, I would slap you. Don't do that. When he just asked you, do you not trust him? You don't have your freaking headphones on, you dum-dum. Oh my god. I should probably get going, you say? It was nice to talk to you. Oh my god. She's leaving again without telling him where she's going. You stand up. His tail slaps. Oh god. In the water, troubled by this. Hate is apparent in his gaze for a brief second before it closes off. His rings of light vanish. Why is it gone out? And startled by his reaction, you take a step away. Great. Fantastic. Don't leave. He sings to you. Stay with me. You sway on your feet. Your head turns fuzzy. Please. Don't leave. You sit back down. He reaches out to gently touch your cheek. The lights in his sockets return. They quiver as they focus on you. Oh. I can't let you go, he murmurs. You understand? Kind of? He slips back into the water. Oh, Sans, no. Sans, no. Come here, Twinkle. Sans, no! Oh, god damn it, Sans! You crawl to the edge of the hole. No! Sans! Sans! No! Sans! Gosh darn it all, Sans. It'll be okay. One big breath underneath, and we'll be together forever. You'll come to trust me. We're mates after all. That's... God damn it, you slip into the water. Gosh darn it! Bad ending 6, you don't come back up. Sans, really? Oh my god. Sans was doing so well there. It's when he got to this part, it escalated. I can't let you go, you understand? No, you don't in that moment. You don't fully know in that moment. Because you only have a hunch that he sees you as a mate at that point. You don't fully understand. You had the talk, yes, but you don't fully know for sure how he's feeling. But obviously there's a lot of hints. But my character's a bit of a dum-dum. She's a little bit of an idiot and a little bit slow at times. Sans could have just left it at that. He really could have. You know, with just gently touching your cheek. And just left it at that. And just tried to soothe you, to calm you down, to tell you that it's going to be okay. I'm not going to hurt you. But then he does this. And he makes you go into the freaking hole. Sans! Gosh darn it, Sans! And then there's this bit by here that has me slightly concerned. Because by here, you'll come to trust me. So he will take you even if you don't fully trust him. He says, like, over time you will come to trust me. You don't really have much of a choice because we're mates after all, pretty much. Sans. Everything, I felt so bad for him, and then he did that. Gosh darn it all. Because that doesn't earn trust. That's not how you earn trust. It's not, you don't force people to trust you. You earn their trust. Gosh darn it, Sans. You sweet little bean, but no. Gosh darn it. And then you become a siren, which I don't know if, like, it hasn't been confirmed if, when you become a siren, if your memories just go. Because we don't really get to see it from that aspect. I'm assuming your memories go, and then Sans would probably just sing to you every so often, pretty much, to keep you under. And then eventually you just become, like, pretty much Stockholm syndrome, you know? Who was at fault there? Can I blame MC for her choice, like how she reacted in that particular option? No, a lot has happened. But it's still pretty stupid on her part to do certain things in front of a siren when she has not got the freaking protection headphones on. But I guess, you know, she's like, oh yeah, he promised he wouldn't do it, would he? He just used a bit of it on you right there. But he's fast enough to stop you because he's close enough to you to grab them anyway. So even if you attempted, he could just stop you right then anyway. You're not fast enough. You know, noise travels faster than hand movements. Gosh darn it all, MC. So remember, kids, if the siren wants you to touch the hand, you touch the hand. And if he's for touching the butt, you can touch the butt. Me making light of the situation. Again, he just wants you to stay with him forever. I get it. And keep in mind, you've still got, like, scientists are still active, so he would have to also go deal with those. That could have been avoided. That could have been avoided. That could have been avoided if she made a smart decision to not scoot away when you tried to touch her. Because if he wanted to, like, kill you, he would have done it. He's a powerful predator. You know he could kill you. He could easily grab you. He has the strength. He's a freaking apex predator. A freaking orca siren. Damn it. Damn it, Sans. But in his defense, he's been through so much that his mind... He's been alone. And that can drive someone unhinged. Because Gaster said he was unhinged. And he's right, he is unhinged, he's unstable. If you're not careful with what you say to him, he takes the option that he feels will result in less likely chance of losing you. Because he's lost his family, and finally there's a mate in his life, and he doesn't want to lose that. Damn it. I don't know what else to add to that. Gosh darn it all, man. Poor thing. I feel bad for Sans in that one. Because he was pleading. That must have hurt so bad, though. Because the scenes, like, before, where, he lets you come up to him, you take off the headphones and you tell him, and he keeps his word, only for you to then say, like, to suddenly, after all that, still not fully trust him. But, trust does take time, though, as well. So I don't think I can really blame MC, given the situation, like, in the moment. And especially if you become aware of another scene that takes place, depending if you get the option to learn. So, depending on whether or not you have seen the photo and then you talk to Dr. Gaster, and he tells you about the damage that it was caused by claws. No, because then you could still think it was Sans, though. Gosh darn it all.
Oh! And I'll just feel bad for the baby again.
Hello, and we're back again hunting for another bad ending. Well, let me, of course, set up the situation here for this particular bad ending. So, how many dead people does it take for humanity to say, get the hell out of the freaking Arctic? Well, I can tell you it took 4. It took Dr. Greenberg, the slug of a man, and it took the 3 Stooges, aka, get out of the kitchen, we got pitchforks, those little guys. Yes, everyone, that's how they're going to be remembered by me, as in the 3 that stand around in the freaking kitchen and make you just feel like you're not welcome, and literally are the reason why you don't eat, because you're too put off of the whole entire experience to even go in there in the first place. Which is why this scene then happens after. After you've had, like, a conversation with Sans at one point, you do in fact tell him that you haven't been eating. And Sans takes it upon himself to get you a seal. A literal seal carcass that he has hunted and actually brought directly to you. But you, with your overactive imagination, think that apparently somebody's using a freaking seal carcass to threaten you. Wow, they downgraded from sending you a freaking picture of a literal dead body to suddenly like, here, have a freaking dead seal. Why? You couldn't afford to freaking drop a dead body of a researcher up on the freaking balcony then, Apparently we're not worth the extra effort, but of course we know that's not what happened. It's technically Sans trying to provide for you because you're his mate. So, as I said, the humans have decided they've got to get the heck out of Dodge, and they're all deciding we need to get out of the facility. So you have pretty much, after finding your lovely seal, leave after having a mini panic attack, and go to find Sans to inform him that apparently you won't be staying in the Arctic anymore. I'm sure this is going to go down great with him. So let's read from this section here. I hope I technically covered everything, and I'm so sorry for the sass. It's just, I really hate talking about freaking humanity. I hate them in this game so much. You leave the dead seal.
You mean to take the snowjet out to see him, but in the corner of your eye you spot a familiar dorsal fin in the distance. Moving to face him, you see that Sans is near the shoreline. He's waiting for you. He smiles at you. Tension you hadn't realised was building eases out the moment you spot him. You start to walk quickly towards him. He dives under the water and meets you halfway at a breathing hole in the ice. He reaches out to you, and you grasp his hand in yours to give a squeeze. I have to go, you whisper. So soon, he asks. Not from this spot. The facility. They're giving the order to leave. There's a shift in the air, like a rubber band pulled taut. Suddenly, snaps. Okay, so I can pretty much say that within this moment, I know exactly what's happened here. First of all, Sans being told that they're literally going to try to freaking run from him means he needs to act quick. He can't let them get out. Not after all these years. He has decided already that he's going to wipe them all out. So the fact that they're trying to run from him has pretty much snapped something in him. He knows he needs to act quick, and he knows he needs to stop them getting out. And that's why all the stuff happens later so quickly, because he takes that step right then and there, because you just informed him that his freaking prey, aka the people that butchered his pod, are trying to make a freaking run for it. But of course, you don't know that in that moment. You have a suspicion that possibly Sans is behind some things, or that possibly, something bad is going to happen to Sans if you leave him here. That being said, you're given these two options. Now keep in mind, we clearly just was holding Sans's hand and being very affectionate to him, but all of a sudden his mood changed when you told him they want to run. So I said by here, all you feel is sadness and you don't want to leave him, which you don't. I just felt that was the better option to convey how sad you were at the mere idea of leaving him. For some reason you feel afraid. For me, I could see Sans misinterpreting this straight away as you being afraid of him. Which, I guess. But you've been growing a bond with him and getting so much trust with him. And you know that he's not out to kill you. He would have hurt you long ago before now. So, I'm going to say that the reason that she would ever have this is because of the fact that just prior in the previous part, she freaked out over the seal. And she doesn't know who left the seal there as a threat. It's only by clicking down here, at this one, all you feel is sadness, this option here, he tells you that he left you a seal. And that's how you know he's the one who put it up there. But I don't know what's going to happen when we click this one, so let's find out. For some reason, you feel afraid. I really don't think this is a good idea. Your heart pounds in your chest as you lift your gaze to look fearfully at Sam. Don't look fearfully at him. That's 100% going to make him think you're scared of him. Why would you be scared of him? He smiles at you. The lights inside his eye sockets have gone. Oh, poo. No, my PTSD is down. I already hear the megalovania. Your gut clenches as the hairs on the back of your neck rise, your instinct screaming at you to move away. Oh boy. Well, here's the thing though, dum-dum. You don't have your soundproof headphones on at all. So whether you like it or not, it doesn't freaking matter because you never freaking put those damn things back on. Sans tilts his head to the side and he reaches out to you and you flinch away. Why would you flinch away? You didn't flinch away just before this. Only when he sudden shift in the air, where it's a rubber band and everything, where the mood shifts. Why would you suddenly flinch away? You were just affectionate to him just a second ago, dum-dum. Why would you suddenly do that? That's giving him the wrong ideas. And also, on top of that, he's kind of running out of options here because we pretty much told him that people are running for it. Oh gosh darn it. Oh god, he sings sweetly. Oh poo, what does he say? Don't be silly. He sings sweetly too. Come here. Oh god, he's desperate. You sway, your head turns fuzzy. He reaches out to gently touch your cheek. The light in his eye sockets return. They quiver as they focus on you. Oh my god, he's so upset. I can't let you go, he murmurs. You understand. Come here, Twinkle. God damn it. You start to walk forward, ignoring how the ice cracks underneath you. Sans, no. Oh, brother. Be with me.
Oh no. It splinters, a sound that would normally scare you, but all you can think about is him. Him. You reach out a hand to him. The ice breaks underneath you and you fall. But it's okay. He joins you into the water. He sings his sweet, sweet song just for you. Oh, lovely. One deep breath in. Let everything go. You obey Sans' voice and suck in, and that's the thing you remember. Bad ending 7. Don't be afraid. Okay, fair enough. A lot of things happen there. It's clear that the main contributor to this one, by showing fear as well, it can easily get misinterpreted by Sans. For one, Sans might think either you're afraid of him or maybe you're just afraid of the situation going on. I mean, he's aware of, like, probably... Because, again, we don't know what the Three Stooges did, okay, at this point. I don't know, like, how they interacted when you weren't with them, but they were quite hostile towards me and made me feel, like, uncomfortable or just not wanting to be around them. So... depending on, like, how they interacted when Sans saw them, or what they said, could also affect how Sans acted here. Maybe to him, he was, like, realizing you're really afraid to be at that facility and wanted to keep you safe. Or maybe he just wanted to make your fear go away. Either way, he clearly, again, is under the impression that you fully understand why he's doing what he's doing and you're not going to hold it against him. That one didn't feel as forceful as some of the others were. He was a lot more gentle, obviously, because he was trying to, like, lure you in. He makes you come to him. He doesn't, like, grab you. He doesn't do anything. He's being as gentle and as soothing as possible, not to scare you. And he sings with you under the water, actually, for some time. Meaning, technically, you're drowning. Technically, you are drowning, but you're happy drowning because you're not aware. But you're still drowning. And you're just so absorbed by him. God damn it. He just desperately didn't want to lose you, and on top of that, he doesn't want you to be there. Because I want to clarify this, from what I can understand, in terms of, like, how Sans' behaviour has been throughout this whole entire thing. Sans definitely did not want you to be there when he started taking them down, and you just told them that they're trying to make a run for it. So, gosh darn it, that could have... She shouldn't have shown him fear. And then she definitely shouldn't have flinched away. I can understand why, though. But at the same time, you're building his trust. You're aware he's a siren. You know what sirens are like. You've heard stories. You know what they can do. You know they have to eat. You know that they have to hunt. Because at the end of the day, it would be no different if, like, someone's eating, like, a cow or a pig or anything, right? And then the dumbass is going out on the ice. But at this point, our character 100% is still, like, terrified because of the seal. So I think that's mainly, like, one of the main factors to why her judgment would be this. Because she doesn't know, like, what caused that. Was it a threat or what? I don't know what else to say there. I mean, I would have probably done things a little bit more differently myself personally. But... I definitely do believe, though, that the part where I mentioned about, like, the rubber band, I'm pretty sure that's, like, Sans is like, oh, really? They're trying to run, huh? They're trying to run away again? Oh, not having that again. No. Okay, so let's go find another ending. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. This part right here is just a little bit further ahead from where we had the bad ending 7. So it's just the next part over, where once you choose the other option, Sans tells you about the seal, that he actually hunted it for you. So let's read that part. Why did you hunt me a seal? You ask him. Relieved to have solved the mystery and that it wasn't a threat to scare you off. So you can eat better. I'm not a siren, Sans. I need a balanced diet, you say with a fond amusement. He makes a whiny noise. in the back of his throat. The corner of his mouth flattens to a frown. You bite your lip. Okay, so I said maybe you could stay, because, once they're gone, I'd be fine with living there without them. I can just have Dad swim here. Either way. Let's choose you hesitate. You don't think you should stay here alone. I didn't like this at all, because you're not there alone. You're with Sans, and that's just insulting to his face, by the way. Just flat out freaking rude, and I wanted to slap her. Because you're not alone. He's there with you. He will take care of you, and he will technically... You're not aware that he can turn into a mob, but technically he could stay in the freaking facility with you. And he could get you freaking food and come back with it if you just tell him that you're not for eating seals to please bring me, like, I don't know, freaking takeaway. Not like animal takeaway. It needs to be like the actual human food. Just explain that to him. Okay, so you hesitate. You don't think you should stay here alone. I really should leave, Sans, you say gently. Don't be silly. He sings sweetly to you. Come here. Well, am I surprised that happened? Absolutely not. You sway. Your head turns fuzzy. He reaches out gently to touch your cheek. The lights in his eye sockets return. They quiver as they focus on you. Oh boy. I can't let you go. He murmurs, you understand. Come here, Twinkle. You start to walk forward, ignoring how the ice cracks under you. Oh, bloomin' heck. Be with me. It splinters, a sound that would normally scare you, but all you can think about is him. Sans, Sans, Sans. You reach out a hand to him, and the ice breaks underneath you, and you fall. But it's okay. He joins you in the water, and he sings his sweet song just for you. He cups your head gently between his hands and presses his forehead against yours. Aww. Okay, he didn't do that on the other ending. One deep breath in. Let everything go. You obey his voice and suck in. And that's the thing you remember. Ending 8. You can't leave. So, the only, real difference here but there was you actually got to say something. And Sans automatically, once again, did the same thing. Where he's, assuming things, but... He also put his forehead 2 hours, which is cute, by the way. That was really sweet and cute. I liked that. But again, you're still technically drowning. Technically. But it's okay, because you're just so far gone at that point. It doesn't matter, because you're just so happy Sans is there with you. Bloomin' heck. That being said, I don't blame him for the way he acts here, because the option in which you get this bad ending, you literally, apparently, completely ignore the fact that he's there, and you say that you can't stay there alone. You're not even acknowledging. And he has to, take it upon himself to remind you, hey, I'm here too, I'm going to take care of you. So, let's see what the other option gives us, shall we? No, you need to leave. I didn't like this one. Don't be silly. Oh, okay, you don't even get to freaking talk in this one. He sings sweetly to you. Come here. You sway, your head fuzzy. He reaches out to gently touch your cheek. The lights in his eye sockets return and they quiver as they focus on you. Oh, he is not even freaking waiting. Fine. I can't let you go. He murmurs, you understand. Come here, Twinkle. You start to walk forward, ignoring how the ice cracks under you. Be with me. It splinters, a sound that would normally scare you, but all you can think about is him. Sans, Sans, Sans. You reach out a hand to him. The ice breaks underneath you and you fall, but it's okay. He joins you in the water and he sings his sweet, sweet song just for you. He cups your head gently between his hands and presses his forehead against yours. One deep breath in, let everything go. You obey the voice and suck in. And that's the thing you remember. Bad ending 8, you can't leave. This one was different though to the other one. With an extra bit of dialogue, so I don't know. Is this a different variation or what? I don't know. You guys decide. I don't know if it means technically there's just a bit of dialogue that is missing at the top, that it's intentional, or maybe there's just different varieties. Because this isn't the first time, because we got 2 different bad endings 5s, and we got 2 different variations, but similar, because this one is also similar to ending 7. So I'm a little bit confused. Maybe I should just cover every single bad ending I find just in case. Darkpetal, are you watching? If you are, what's happening? Which one's the bad ending 5? And which one is it just, there's just a missing bit of dialogue up here? Help! I need assistance. Either way, it's just like I said before. I just didn't choose either option because I didn't think it would end well, and of course it didn't end well. Why would it? That's never gonna end well. Gosh darn it. Character's dumb. But to be fair, when it's like she's not taking control, then technically I'm the one doing the stupid decision. But again, I'm only doing this because we're looking for the bad ending, so I don't know. I'll include both versions with the extra dialogue because it does make a difference. Because you actually talking to him does make a huge difference because there is communication happening. Whereas in this one, he just straight away stops you from talking. So there is a slight variation here. That is sans, because the thing you do is a bit different. So he gives you a little bit of time to talk and gives you a chance, even for a brief moment. So that makes a big difference between these two options, that he actually does give you a moment to talk, but the outcome is still the same. So maybe that's why it's this way, why there is different variations. But I don't know, either way. And Siren Sans, what can I say? Gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. Here's a possible another bad ending that we have here. So let me set up the situation again for you guys. So in this particular scene, we are spending time with Sans, and you get the option to race against him. Now, we were given options then on how we can distract him, because he could possibly win the race, because obviously you can't outspeed Siren. Sans is keeping up with you on purpose. So there were these 3 options, and in one of those options, I honestly was completely against it for 2 reasons. 1, you could get injured, or 2, you're gonna scare him. So flirting with him, joking, calling him a cheater, because that's not gonna bother him anyway. He's just gonna think it's teasing. Flirting with him, he's gonna be totally for it. Now, it was jumping off of the snowjet to fake an injury had me very, unsure, because in the back of my mind I was like, yeah, but you're going full speed. Are you going to stop the snowjet and fall off? Because if you move off of a fast moving snowjet, I'm assuming you're gonna get injured regardless if there's snow around you or not. I mean, it's still gonna hurt. You're gonna might possibly fall and hurt something. Or 2, you're gonna frighten him so bad that he's just not gonna trust you at all to be safe without him. Keep in mind, he's in the water. So let's find out. Let's fake an injury. I have a bad feeling. Yeah, that's a smart idea. What do you mean? That's not a smart idea at all. That's a stupid idea. You let go of the handle and jump off the snowjet. Wait, you didn't even slow down the snowjet. What do you mean you just jumped it off? Don't just jump off! Me jumping in for a second to say, please do not copy what this dumbass does here. And on top of it, if you don't actually want to see what results happened, what actually happened to MC after they jumped off, please skip to this timestamp and then you'll be spared the information. And again, I repeat, do not copy what this character does. This is a dumb thing. Do not do it, because bad things will happen to people who are really dumb. Oh my god. Only to forget the physics is a thing, and going that fast is going to generate a lot of force, so when you land you hear a sickening oh! A sickening snap from your neck, and suddenly you can't move. You paralyzed yourself. Oh shit! Did you just break your neck? Literally, you can't blink, you can't breathe, you can't do anything but stare up at the pretty blue sky with wide eyes. Oh my god. Adrenaline and endorphins flash through your system as you start to suffocate. Oh god, we're actually dying.
No! You have no time to panic because scarcely a few seconds later you hear, no! The scream is as beautiful as it's heartbreaking. It's consuming your thoughts, enthralling you with its single note. Oh, he's using Siren Call on us. Sansa's face is in front of you, above you. Oh, he transformed. He has fuzzy antennas. Oh, on top of his head now. He transformed into a moth to get you. Oh, it's okay. He soothes you as he moves to pick you up. I can fix you. It's okay. We'll be okay. Go to sleep now, dear mate. Oh God. As you command, you feel the last bit of consciousness fade. Bad ending 9. He doesn't trust you to stay safe without him. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. No. I didn't like that at all. Sans was not to blame there at all. There was no blame on Sans. Sans did nothing wrong there. He did what he had to do in that moment. Not gonna hold it against him. That was MC doing a damn thing. Never jump off of a fast moving vehicle, even if it's snow. You just don't do it. You're gonna... We were dying. We literally snapped our neck. And Sans literally had to use Siren Call there to numb the pain as best he could, because what other choice did he have? But he said he was going to fix us. I can fix you, it's okay. We'll be okay. You can tell he's frightened because the wheel, you can see that there's a W, 2 W's there. He's frightened. He's upset. Obviously, something traumatic just happened in front of him. He's losing someone again. But he does say that he's going to fix you. I'm assuming the only thing he can do at this moment is get you into the water and then transform you into a siren. I'm assuming. Because I don't know any other way he could really fix this. You literally just snapped your freaking neck. I mean, at least we didn't die instantly. But, I've got like a funny, like a feeling going up my spine now. I don't like that at all. No. But I'm not sure. Will transforming you into a siren actually save you? I mean, you wouldn't need to breathe air for one. Well, technically there is a type of oxygen. It's absorbed into the water and all that, but that's just getting scientifical. That's not important. I'm assuming Sans transforms you into a siren here. Either that or he has some amazing way to heal you. Because he just tells you to go to sleep now, dear mate. He wants you to go to sleep. Which is kind of weird to me, because why would you want someone to go to sleep if you want them to stay conscious, right? Through that kind of thing. So what does Sans do in that moment then to save you? Because he said, I can fix you. Like, he knows for a fact he can fix you. Because that neither confirms nor denies if we die. Or if Sans is successfully, your fate is left up to you to decide or how you want to interpret it. Does he succeed in saving you? How exactly does he fix you? I'm assuming Siren. But will that actually fix you though? Would that fix your bone as soon as you become a siren? Will it automatically right the problem once you hit the water? Because he told you to go unconscious and I would assume he would take you straight to the water. I mean, he is fast, he could get you to go down, but by putting you unconscious, you're not going to, let out a final breath, because he normally tells you to breathe, let out a breath, doesn't he, normally? So I'm assuming he has to fix the bone somehow. Gosh, ugh. Okay, I don't know if I should put a warning on that one. Okay, Sans has no blame for this at all. This was totally MC's dumb decision, but again, I tend not to choose that option, but I had a very good reason for why I never chose in the first place, and I was 100% right to worry that this could probably happen, because logic does dictate that bad things will happen to those that do dumb shit. I believe that's the final bad ending. What a bad ending. Okay. Fair enough. Let's not do what she does. Okay, so at this point, guys, did you have like a favorite bad ending, or do you have your own interpretation of what exactly Sans could have done in that moment? Do you think he transformed us into a siren to save us, or do you think possibly he has healing magic? We haven't seen Sans use any healing magic at all during this whole entire experience, so I don't even know if he has any at all, and we haven't seen any like potions used. So I don't know. And you know, Daddy Dadster isn't there to save us. So this is entirely on Sans. I know he's got Sleepy Dust. And I know he's got the Siren Call. And we also know he's got sharp teeth and he can use the spikes on the moth to like slice things. But that's pretty much all we've seen him do. We haven't seen him heal yet. So how do you think he actually saves us in that ending? What do you think he's actually gonna do? Would love to hear your theories and thoughts of what you think Sans actually does in that moment, or any of these theories for some of the others. I would love to discuss these endings more. Maybe if we get enough people with their own theories and stuff, we could probably make another video where we actually talk the theories through and, you know, read through them. Either way, that one, no, I did not. That one went through me and not in the way. That wasn't even remotely cute or anything. That was just, ugh. Oh, that went through me and not in a good way.
That last ending really messed with me. That being said, welcome to the end of the video. 10 likes on this video and you'll get another Siren Call, where I actually go over some other options I didn't take in the main run through that actually do shift the tone in some of the decision making and actually do make some of these scenes hit a lot harder and make more sense had I gotten that dialogue. So yeah, there's a couple of other stuff that I didn't get, but I came across them, so I'm going to definitely react to them in the next video. And I will be also including me responding to comments that you guys have left throughout the series. Other than that, the next video going up on this channel, regardless if you do hit the 10 like goal, I want to get if horror thriller, but for that to go up on the channel, I really need you guys to head over to the community tab and go and click on the poll there and actually, help me decide if I should release the footage of me playing the demo first, or if I should just release the chapter first and then include the demo later. Like, I'm very indecisive and I kind of need your guys' help. So again, 10 likes on this video and you're going to get another Siren Call as soon as possible. And just many thanks. Thank you so much for putting up with the wait and for coming along with me on this journey. I've really loved this series and I've even really loved playing all of darkpetal16's games. They've really, they've been a Christmas present before Christmas for me. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!